their energy, their effort, their time trying not to fail, as opposed to spending all that energy, effort, and time trying to succeed. There's a huge difference if all you're trying to do is keep your head down low and not get into trouble, not take a loss, not take a hit, whether it's emotionally because you don't want to put yourself out there and feel rejection. We don't want to pick up the phone and feel rejection. We don't want to get out there and make ourselves look like fools and idiots and ridiculous and look at him, look at her. They're failures. They tried these things and they're failures. Abraham Lincoln was a failure by all accounts. He had failed businesses. He had a very early in life, he had experienced a lot of failures. And I think those failures set him up for something, and which is a big part of the message I'm sharing with you today. So without further ado, it's very short. It's about between 6 and 7 minutes. But listen, I think you'll find it very impactful. Share screen. Retire. Push the button. And share.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
9,000 missed shots. Who has failed before? More than once? Who here does not like failing? Well, no buzzword gets more attention or is more widely desired than the word success. People are spending hours, months, years in the search for success. But the reality is, not all achieve it. Or at least, not all persist long enough to achieve it. Because of one fundamental element of success: failure. All of you have raised your hands. All of you have failed before. I have failed many times before. And that is a fundamental part of success. The question then is, which one is greater? My desire to succeed or my fear to fail? I wish to discuss 3 principles today that, if applied, will impact our lives now and forever. Number 1, don't quit too early. Most obstacles we face are here to test our character, not to stop us. Who here has heard of NCAA coach John Wooden before? John Wooden's perhaps the greatest college basketball coach in the history of the world. He has won 12 championships, 11 of which were consecutive titles. The true personification of success, both on and off the court. But most people don't spend any time trying to understand what happened to John Wooden in his career before all that success. He went 16 years without winning anything. Now think about that. 16 years and no titles, then 12 years and 11 titles. Many people would call phase 1 of his career a failure, but he called it preparation. A common excuse that I think all of you will be able to relate to, that we often use is when something goes wrong, is, well, it didn't work out, thus it's just not meant to be. Right? And we usually stop right there. But that's not how life works most of the time. I remember learning a lesson from a professor in California. He said, get in line and stay in line. Don't quit too early. Number 2, there's no such thing as failure. If you learned a lesson and gave your best, you succeeded. Have you thought of that before? Because we usually measure failure or success by the outcome, not by the effort. But if you've given your best, you succeeded. Robert Kiyosaki put it well when he said, sometimes we win, sometimes we learn. And we usually, when we win, we tend to party, right? But when we lose, we tend to ponder. I have a professor at BYU who has taught me a principle that at first sounds very uncomfortable. He said, and I hope my boss is not here to hear this. He said, Eduardo, go out there, get a job, get paid to make mistakes, and then go do your own thing. Right? So in his perspective, failure is a vehicle, a friend, not an enemy. It's a connecting point leading us to success. In other words, the faster I fail, the faster I learn. The faster I learn, the faster I succeed. So maybe the lesson here is go and fail as fast as you can. Just don't quote me on this. Right? Just last year, during the recruiting season, I was trying to find an internship. It's a big battle finding an internship. I had 16 interviews locked in. I was sure I was going to get an offer. But after all those 16 interviews, I got no offers. I was frustrated and super discouraged. But then my father, who is in the audience today, was wise enough to come up to me and lift my vision and said, son, you've lost a few battles, but the war is still on. This is part of the process. All the 16 interviews are going to help you find what's best for you. Just keep giving your best effort. 2 days later, I had my 17th interview and got the offer. There's no such thing as failure. Number 3, the past does not equal the future. Who here has been rejected by a girl or a guy before? And if you don't raise your hands, I'm calling you a liar. No, a lot of people have not raised their hands. I'm surprised. I'll raise both. Well, all of us have, but the tragedy of this experience is not the experience itself. It's the meaning that we usually take home with us. Because I was rejected then, I'll be rejected again. The past will equal the future. Perfect formula for misery. The past does not equal the future. Tony Robbins, one of the greatest teachers that I know, has taught this principle in a marvelous way. He said, and if you're going to take anything home from my talk, take this principle. The only thing that keeps us from getting what we want is the story we keep telling ourselves about why we can't have it. The only thing that keeps us from getting what we want is the story we keep telling ourselves about why we can't have it. Reality is, now is our reality. We can create our own story. We're all great storytellers. We have a blank page in front of us every day to create a story based on our now truth, not on our past truth. I hope these 3 principles have been beneficial to you today. Don't quit too early. There's no such thing as failure. The past does not equal the future. Next time when you're facing challenges, which will surely come to test our character, maybe remember the words of Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all history. I failed over and over in my life. That's why I succeed. Thank you.
All right. You know what? A short, simple, but very powerful message. And I think it's one that we need to revisit quite often and spend time thinking about succeeding and stop trying to be afraid of failure. That's easier said than done. But you know what? If it's something you're having a challenge with, come on in here. We've got a good leadership team. We'll get you going. We'll get you over your fears. We'll get you past those roadblocks. Just give us a chance. We'll help you out. That's what we're here for. Right, Terry? Right, Mr. Randall?
You betcha.
Oh, you're on mute.
Absolutely.
What's that? You guys got a team behind you.
Yes, sir.
Alan's joined us. Hey, it's good to see you this morning. What time is your surgery?
10:30. I'm getting ready.
All right. Well, good luck today, and see you on the other side.
Please don't put it that way.
All right. Well, I'll probably see some of you tomorrow, and I'd love to see all of you on Wednesday. Coffee with a Broker, 3:00. We're going to talk with Ted about what's going on in the realm of appraisals. I think that's going to be awesome. That'll be our own TED Talk. Get it? All right. I'm glad we're not recording this. Oh, wait, we are. Somehow it started recording. Oh, never mind. Don't quote me on that.
I turned it on. It came on right at the beginning whenever you began to make the point. So we got the whole thing.
Excellent. All right, everyone, have a great, successful week. Welcome to November, and don't forget to vote. I love you guys. Take care.